Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Terrence Ruffin, aka Rough Diesel, and this will be my post-Olympia wrap-up. And I decided to reach out to you guys and have you guys just ask me questions off of Instagram, and you guys pretty much covered everything that I was going to talk about. So I'm going to scroll through and answer anything you guys had asked me on there. So let's get started. Let's see, Low King 27 asked me, what did the judges say? And a few other guys asked me that as well. So it's kind of weird. At a normal show that you guys do, after the show's over, you got access to the judges right then and there. With this, we hop off stage and then they're judging another class. And then they're busy all weekend. We competed Friday, but they're busy up until Saturday night. So basically, I haven't had a chance to talk to them yet. If you guys know David Bay, he's a really big name in the sport. Where he used to work for Muscular Development. Now he's kind of freelancing, working with several promoters and just promoting different shows. So David Bay, in who I trust, he said just basically, just a little bit more size and I'm in the right places. I have like maybe 6 to 8 more pounds to work with. Unlike a lot of the guys, which is really cool because if you think about it, most of these guys have already maxed out what they can do with their physiques, besides kind of refining them a bit. But I'm one of the few, if not the only, on that stage that can actually add on a little bit more size. And we'll go over a little bit more on that later. So we'll go to the next question. P. Jammin wanted me to go over my diet leading up until the show. So let me pull that up for you guys, because Matt Porter is my coach and I just follow the plan, man. I don't really remember too much, and I think it's easier that way. I think from being in the military and playing football and doing all these things throughout the years, it's real easy for me just to do something and not really think about it, which at times can be can kind of mess you up, like I don't even ask some questions half the time. I just do it. All right then. So this is the contest day. Let's go back to. Let's look for it for you guys. All right. So the show was on Friday, so I'm going to start from Monday. We'll start with water. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, water was at 2.5 gallons. Friday, I drank 2 gallons before by 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then we cut off water from that point. From that point on, we only did coffee, black coffee, and we sipped on it with meals to help with digestion. So it can help. So when you're drinking coffee and you reintroduce your carbs, it helps with the digestion, like I said, and also it also helps you shed a little bit of water weight at the same time. It's like a natural diuretic, right? Okay, so on to the diet. So my diet didn't change peak week. This prep was very different from any other prep I've done. So meal 1, 8 ounces of cod, shrimp, or turkey, 99% lean turkey, 2 packets of grits, I was doing, he gave me the option to do 6 asparagus spears or half a cucumber, and I like cucumbers better, so that's what I did. And cucumbers work very well, just like asparagus does, and then also you don't got to worry about your pee smelling really bad, so I like that. Then I would go workout. Intra workout was 3 scoops of farm grade, which is a EAA, and it's several other products inside of it. Check it out. Shameless plug. If you want some, npasubs.com. Discount code ROUGH15. On top of that, with my intra workout, 10 grams of glutamine. That week I cut out my cyclic dextrin, which is like a really good carb source. We cut that out the last week of prep. Okay. Post-workout, 8 ounces of cod or shrimp, 1 cup of jasmine rice, same thing with the cucumber. Meal number 3, 8 ounces of lean turkey, a half cup of rice. And I would do basmati rice, and a cucumber or asparagus. Number 4, 8 ounces of turkey, 3 ounces of white sweet potato. If you've never had white sweet potato, it's amazing. And same thing, asparagus, cucumber. Number 5, 8 ounces of lean turkey, no carbs, and 6 asparagus spears or cucumbers. And the last meal of the day would be 7 ounces of 96% lean beef or top round with the same thing, asparagus spears. So this is my diet for the majority of that week. So I did this diet Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday of that week. Tuesday we actually did a carb up. So normally my carbs were about 40, 45, 90, like maybe like 150 grams a day. On Tuesday we actually carved up pretty heavily, so let me find that. Not gonna go into too much detail with that one, but basically proteins were about at 5 ounces, and the carbs were about 65 grams for meals 1 through 5, and then my last meal was actually 2 Subways after my workout. 2 Subways, no cheese and no mayo, and that ended up being about 400 grams of carbs. So that's what I did Tuesday. Okay, we went back to normal on Wednesday. Friday, no carbs on Friday until after weigh-ins, which was around like 4 or 5 o'clock. And like I said, at that 4 or 5 o'clock time frame, we cut the water out and reintroduced carbs in. We could do coffee, and basically that was it leading up until Friday. See, this is pretty long. He wanted me to do like my whole contest prep, but I was like, nah, dude, that would take way too long. Let's see, Friday. So this is it, Friday. Meal 1, 5:30, 4 whole eggs, 3 packets of grits. And all this stuff is kind of dependent. If I felt full or bloated, gassy, we'll cut the food back a little bit. Meal 2 at 7:30, about 2 hours later. 4 ounces of chicken, 7 rice cakes with a little bit of jam if I needed it. And then, you know, every 2 hours or so, I would do a snack. And because the show was at about 12 or so. So from this point on, we did like 3 to 5 rice cakes, and that was really it. Before hopping on stage, we actually did this time a half scoop of Celluval and about 4 ounces of water. Usually before he came out with this product, we would do like a little bit of honey, you know, anything, you know what you're used to, honey, or in conjunction with V8. V8 would help if you're cramping. V8 is a really good choice to do right before hopping on stage. Okay, so after prejudging, because the show was on the same day, Friday, morning show, Friday at 10 p.m. was the night show. I did about 8 ounces of steak or salmon. I chose salmon, and about a cup of rice, and then I took a nap. And basically, that is my complete like week of meal plan for the Olympia. Okay. Long question. Let's get back to some more. All right. Christopher Carnes asked me your personal feelings towards your conditioning and overall package this year versus last year. I definitely put on a lot of good size this year. I was pretty happy. I was really happy with how things turned out in my arms, with my legs and things of that nature. But my posing came up a bit as well. You know, last year I thought I was pretty good at posing, but this year was a little bit better, I would say. Conditioning, I feel like it could have been a tad bit drier. A lot of people, a tad bit drier, I think. even though I'm comparing myself to guys like, you know, Breon, but I have to at this point. So that was my personal opinion. I think I improved a lot from last year with an added maybe, I would say 8 to 10 pounds. Very, very weird because going into a little bit more detail, I got up to 195 this past off season. Then Matt cut my food off for a while. Well, not food off. He cut it back a lot for a while to give my digestive system a break before going into this prep. And I lost about 12 pounds. So I was 183 by the time I really started this contest prep, which kind of freaked me out. I'm like, I put on all this weight for nothing, right? Leading up to the show, you know, I was consistently dropping until about 2 months out, and I got stuck in 170, but the fat still kept coming off, and I've never experienced, you know, something like that before, which is really cool to stay at the same weight but still get in better shape and better shape. So that was very, very interesting this prep. Let's see. So T_physique asks, tell us about keeping calm and focused considering all the moving and getting stuck in another country. How did it feel about, okay, cool. And also the classical queen asked the same question. So, if you guys didn't know, I got out of the military, and then which was weird was my lease was up 3 weeks before I could get out of the military. They wouldn't extend it or anything, so I had to move in with a buddy for 3 weeks while I finished out my my contract with him with the Air Force. So that's my first move, and then I did my actual move where I moved in with my cousin because that's what I planned originally. So I moved again in with him. Because I was waiting for my wife to get back from Korea so we can start our new lives up in Baltimore. So during that time I was with my cousin Thomas. I got an offer to go to El Salvador to pose. So we went. Anyway, I had a great time. The guys were very, very hospitable, and during that time frame Hurricane Harvey came, right? And my flight got canceled because I was flying through Houston. And I was stuck for a whole nother 7 days, whole nother week down there, right? Yo, tons of people were freaking out that I was gonna lose it during this, and it was gonna be like detrimental to the prep, right? But the guys down there, William Ochoa, Betty Ochoa, Kevin, Jilly, Jose, Joey Belt, and all helped me out. You know, everything was cool. William was really cool, man. He took me into his home. He had a treadmill there in his house. Took me to the gym. They cooked all my food. I got 3 massages while I was out there for free. They treated me very, very well. And if you guys saw the pictures, it kind of just completely changed overnight, my physique. So that's kind of like my Kuwait, or my little getaway, my anabolic polio. Let's see. Where's that question at? Kersey, you know, asks emotions leading up until the show. How you felt going into this Olympia and your plans for next year. So I've noticed I've only been nervous twice on not twice on stage, but twice before hopping on stage. Once was in 2015. Where I was trying to add size after turning pro, and I did a guest posing. And the second time was this year. I noticed that when I take a long period off from getting on stage, I kind of get the jitters. Last year I did 5 shows. That was all good. And I also think too, with leading into this Olympia, last year everybody was new. I didn't really know how I would place. I didn't really have any expectations going in, honestly. So everything, I was fine. This year, you know, I had placed 9th. You know, I'd worked hard to move forward to try to get to that top 5 spot. I hadn't, and this year, honestly, I will say that the competition was a lot deeper than last year. So, leading into that show, I was like, I haven't competed against any of these guys. I'm not, you know, and everybody looks good on Instagram. Everybody looks good. So I was kind of nervous leading up into the show. But then, you know, I had to sit down and think. I'm like, hey, last year you looked great. You weren't outsized by anybody. And this year you have an additional like 10 pounds, where these other guys maybe put on 5 if they were lucky. So once I thought of that, I was like, okay, cool, we're good, calm down. And you know, everything was good from that point on. I'm never nervous on stage. I always get like nervous between that like hour before the show. But another thing too is getting nervous before a show, the cortisol can rise, and you really want to try to mitigate that if you can. So I just took a nap. I took a nap before getting on stage to keep myself calm. Let's see. Let's see. Vane City Zach asks, he wants me to talk about the atmosphere behind stage. It was chill. It was chill. Everybody was real chill. There's no issues, and it's crazy. From the amateur shows, I know the Expediters, they're running with their heads cut off. You know, at the pro level, everybody's real chill. Like the Expediters, like, hey guys, you're coming up soon, and we're like, all right, we'll be there in a little bit, and it's chill. It's chill, and I like that a lot. So everybody got along pretty good. Even we get so like, and it's just funny. Cedric McMillan came and talked to us afterwards. Before hopping on stage for the night show, and he sat us down and he was like, "Hey man, don't let these fans, don't let the judges, don't let anybody, come between what you guys are doing. You know, the most important part of this is, building friendships and positivity, for the long run." Because I mean, shit, the places will change, from show to show, honestly. So, and once he said that, everybody, actually started talking a little bit more. So it was really nice. It was really nice. We chatted, we laughed. It was a good time. Let's see. CD, the muscle mechanic, that's where I get my trunks from. I get them from CJ's Elite Suits. CJ's been making suits for decades. She made Rich Gaspari's, Rich Gaspari was the first guy to have striated glutes. So she actually created the trunks, or the template for the trunks that pretty much all of us wear today, right? It's pretty crazy. British Bill asks, he's interested to see what my bulking or off-season diet is going to be like. I talked with Matt and my sponsors. They want me to do like a series. So I'll be doing like weekly updates. When Matt sends me an update on the plan, I'm going to update you guys. So look forward to that. I know most people don't even do off-season. They always do the contest prep. But I think it'll be really cool to see the opposite of that. No one really does that. Okay, cool. So one guy, KHYBMWE92 asked, talk about the bubble gut bonanza. That's a Louis Mocco term. So honestly, I think this has been an issue for a while, but it's just now being brought to light because of the classic physique era. Classic physique coming back, and it's kind of highlighting that issue now that you got something to compare it to. Really, it needs to change, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. That's my Olympia wrap up. You guys have any more questions, any more videos you guys want me to do, let me know. And until next time, peace.